Now did it go? Now shall we down? Go ahead and pop out chat here. Boom, boom, boom. And then they can go over here. And boom. Oh, I got a Monday chart over here too. Ding. Oh, I never this does it show mobile chats. Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, I literally have to have like 4 windows up. So I have to fuck all chat here. It's all good. So let me just boop. And then boop. Flip this to like here. And then move this page over here. Here we go, something like that. I think this is good. Yeah, I'm minimize that one, don't know. Alright, so Fusion 360, we are going to be making advanced. I'm going to be making parts for this solar lamp. So here it is. This is it. This is what we're going for, boys. This is what we pay taxes. So I don't want to take one of these over, because the lady did say they're extremely brittle, and trying to take them out, they break. So she tried to do one earlier, and when she handed me the product, and this is the outcome. Cases. So I'm going to go ahead and model the frame, the holes that it has, and we'll go ahead and begin throwing all those dimensions on Fusion 360. We'll just start slapping it in. Being that it's a relatively flat model, we should be able to get a cast print relatively quickly so that we can go ahead and make adjustments as needed. Of course, Alliant pays for the materials, so I don't worry about that. And that's one thing if you're just getting into 3D printing. 140.58, I'll do 140.4. That's one thing with if you're just going into like 3D printing is the cost of material or the cost of troubleshooting things. When you're just beginning, that's coming out of your pocket. And a lot of times that it's hard. Like you're just like, ooh, I don't want to do this or I don't want to work on that because of the fact that you know it's in come out of your pocket. Now that I'm doing this full time as a business, that comes out of the client's pocket. So we're good. So now the top, and else how wide? 35. This is all millimeters, by the way. I'll do 17.5 from the middle point out. There's another 17.5 over there. And at the bottom, I'm showing my trusty handy dandy calipers is 27. Now again, you have to account for tolerance, and the tolerance is how much the green filament is going to expand when printing. Usually it's about 0.1, 0.2 millimeters. So it's like very relatively small, like the start of the hair or whatever. But sometimes the clearance, like, if it's a pattern that's repeated over and over and over time, it can go ahead and cause big hair. Yeah, we don't want big hair. We're not about that life. 5. So anyways, how's everybody? How's it going? What's going on? So let's see. I believe the broken piece here, where is it? I can use this broken piece to measure the thickness of the part that I'm trying to replicate. So this is the piece here. With my calipers, it says it is 1.98, so roughly 2 millimeters. So I'll go ahead and extrude this. We'll finish that sketch. Extrude it at 2 millimeters. And now this is the base for our piece. Base for one of these. The cheese, the easy stuff that I'm going to do once I figure out all the measurements for all the tabs is I'm going to take a photo of this. I'm going to insert it as a canvas on the Fusion 360. And while it's on Fusion 360 as a canvas, what I can go ahead and do is rescale that canvas to be the exact size of the model. And in doing so, I can just go ahead and kind of trace all of these holes, cut them out. And then I won't have to worry about this spraying in whatever materials needs to be. Probably some sort of translucent PETG, since it is going to be out in the sun. POA will go ahead and slowly melt in the sun. Nothing melt, not look like a candle wax, but it will deform and warp and bend. And if you have some more glue, it'll like pop off, and also it's annoying. I've dealt with it quite a bit. So like I said, this could be PETG, could be ABS, maybe PETG with the how brittle it became. Oops. Yep. That we just started with my fingernail. But yeah, so we have the thickness. Now let's start measuring all these little tabs. So the opening is 6 millimeters. The inserts are 4.8. That one's slack in the center. So we'll go and do this. Create sketch. We'll do create a sketch right above our pre-extruded surface here. What that's going to do with anything that we draw is going to be already at this height. So with Fusion 360, you can do that to continue kind of like pyramiding, you clearing up all the different things that you're adding to whatever structures that you're building. So if you're doing some sort of, like, let's say a vase per se, and you're like halfway up the vase, it's like, oh, I want to start doing a handle here. You can go, start a sketch based on where you want the hammer to be, and do like a very primitive shape, and have your starting point from the extrusion, as opposed to you having to kind of like figure it out without having anything specific. Now, Fusion 360 is very, very precise, where you go ahead and build everything, which is why I use it for a lot of mechanical applications, where now I'm currently printing some of these. So this is a cable management system for a giant CNC machine. These are the result pieces. These are the ones that I printed. See how hard it is to load. I need to go ahead and increase the size of this, which I've already done. I increase the size of the hole, and then I decrease the size of the little opening in between this hug part. So like when it clicks together, it shouldn't have that much resistance. It should at least be, somewhat soft and flimsy like this. So that's what's currently printing down below. That's what's on the front right now. It's printing in green PLA just because it is a test print, and test print stuff enough. So back to what we're doing. We're looking at the sketch. Orient the top view. Being that what I did is when I took my initial measurements, I used the global positioning, this dot here, to be our exact center. And that is splitting the part into 4 pieces. So now, if I wanted to add the tab up on the top, and I know it's the center, I know that I can begin my new shape at that line. And it'll go ahead and snap too. So if I go to create line, see how it kind of snaps to the middle point. And now I can say, okay, this create a this and not create if this little tab thing is 5 millimeters wide. So we'll do 2.5 to the right and 2.5 to the left. So now we'll need the thickness of the tab. Now this tab, as being that's relatively thin, it does have a round cylinder in the back for added reinforcement, and we'll go ahead and add that onto it too. So right now it looks like it is 1.2 thick. So go ahead and drop that down, 5.2 millimeters. And then the sphere that is in the middle is another 2 millimeters. So that sphere, it looks like it begins right at the edge. So we can actually use the starting point of the sphere. Right here, we'll just end it here, and we'll make it 2 millimeters. So see how that sketch, there's a circle here, and this is going to be our square. We'll finish off that square. We can tell it this is where the line that we want to match. But we kind of ghost it out to this line here, and then we can fill it in. We'll do the same thing on this side. Click here to begin our line. Hover over the middle point, the snap to that we want, and it'll go ahead and do this little dotted line thing. Like I say, we want to match up to this point. And now it's up to this point. And then, now we need to adjust for the height. So the height of this bad boy, it looks like it's 1.5 high. And we'll go ahead and do that with the extrusion. Well, you can see our sketch is correct here. And it breaks it apart based on every line that we put. So if some parts we didn't want to extrude, we'll click on them. We're going to highlight all of these right now. And we're going to increase about 1.5. So this is our beginning of our little itty bitty snap tab. Now we have to add the little hover angle that's over there and then the triangle part. So we're going to be doing that all right now. So the triangle part is another 2.5 millimeters tall, but we also need it to be wide in the front. So how much wider is it in the front as opposed to the original? So right now it is 2.4. So all we can do is create another sketch. A sketch right on top of that. And I measured 2.4 from this corner here. So I can do 2.4 straight up. And then tell it to stop at this line here. We're going to go set to here. Come back down. And that is about all we need for that. So now we can extrude it up. And it's extruded up. You know, the 2.7. So we bring that sketch up 2.7 millimeters. And lastly, because normally when you have a little snap, a little doodad that's going to price into something, we need to have an offset, a cantilever, or whatever you might call it. Here it's called a fillet. It's when you kind of rolled off at the edge. So if you click on fillet and you say fillet, then that counter there. And then it asks you, well, by how much? We'll see what 1 millimeter looks like. It's not much. Let's update it to 2. 2 is a lot more drastic. We'll change it to 1.5. And instead of it being round, see that curve? We can actually tell it, you know, be more flat. So we'll go ahead and flatten that out. Now if you look at the original piece, it has the flat kind of arc to it. And increase there from 1.5, let's see, 1.75. That looks a little bit better. So now, like I said, this rounded part here, then add a little bit more rigidity to the piece. This is going to go ahead and kind of get pushed in to where it needs to snap onto this part here. And now we're going to repeat that for all the sides. Any questions, comments, concerns? Everybody, welcome to class. Students, pay attention now. Phones down, eyes up. I normally I get print a lot of like random doodads here and there. I do a lot of art things and a lot of like unique files that I'm supply online that I can go ahead and print out. Somebody who pays for those files to allow me to have the licensing to print those. And so Other files, I mean, my service with 3D printing is if there's something that you claim that you supply a file for, I will go ahead and print it for you. But normally, if it's a file that is branded and made by another artist, etc., I don't market it as, oh, I have that file. No, I'm going to go and resell. No. You supply me with the file, I print it up one time, it goes into an archive. Comes somebody else that needs something similar or whatever, I'll go ahead and charge them for the print on that. But I do encourage them to buy the file again from the original creator, the artist who made the file. So yeah, there's a lot of people that'll like get the word file and then print like 1,000 of them and be like, oh yeah, it's mine. I put my initials at the bottom, I changed it. I changed the color, it's my design. It's my design. Yet they found it was like on Thingiverse, it's like for front page. So yeah, that's a lot of the things that you find on 3D printing. Right now, I'm also working on somebody's Halloween costume. These are the arm gauntlets for from the game Tekken. So that goes there. This goes up against the right hand. The right hand, this is all printed in resin. So that's how you can get like that wood grain. Then I painted it with red paint, added some clear coat on top. So that's just one of the projects that I got going on. A lot of things out in the Airjob 3D. This job here, they want 100 of these pieces, so Landy's printing 100 of them. Right now, the 2 test pieces are pretty renowned green because the original test pieces don't really flow very well. So we're going to go ahead and hopefully fix it with the tweaks that we did to the file before stream. During stream right now, we are printing, if you guys are new here, we're printing another one of these. So the customer, they really like these solar lights. They RGB, different colors, and with the sun and the weathering, the plastic is very brittle. And they said they have about 5 of these that need new covers all the way around. So that's what we're modeling here using 360. Anyways, welcome to the street. Welcome. So let's go ahead and continue the measuring to try to get all the pints while you want everything to be. Now with Fusion 360, one whole thing, a neat feature that it has is, I don't know if you can see here, let me move it on the stream so you can see at the bottom of my page. See that border? See that bottom? That giant line of images down here? That's a history marker. So the cool thing with that is, at any given point, during my workings on whatever project, I'd actually move the history marker back and see all the steps they've done to get to where I'm at, and I can edit any of those steps. I can say, oh, you know what, this was too small, this was too big, etc., etc. And if I make that adjustment and then move the timeline back to where I currently am, it'll go ahead and keep that adjustment and account for that all the way through. Now, sometimes it will give you a warning, it'll highlight yellow or red to say, oh, something's too drastic, something's too big of a change. You're gonna have to look at it, and you just kind of click on that highlighted keep thing and your timeline, and then go ahead and edit it and revise it and fix whatever gets broken. Sometimes you have to like reshape something. You want to get to the point of the timeline where you like make an adjustment to it, and that model, technically that shape is a new shape. And so when you get to that point of the timeline, it goes, oh, the original shape doesn't exist anymore. They say, oh, okay, you just assign it to whatever shape you just created to go ahead and fill in that gap. So that's the cool thing with Fusion 360. So yeah. Anyways, welcome to the stream, guys. Usually what I've been doing is I've been streaming on like TikTok and Twitch. And what I'll do is I'll set the 3D printers, I'll have it going on whatever project, and then I'll play like a random computer game while we're waiting for the print to continue, like finish printing. They'll go ahead and test it, see how it goes, and then start another print. So the stream always has many things going on. Today's the main focus is working out 3D models. I want to try to get some of these client orders not necessarily done. I know they're not going to be finished today, but at least we can get a good start on them. Questions, comments, concerns? Welcome. I would play music in the background, but this is being multi-streamed to like YouTube. I know Insta and Twitch also have like DMCA things where if they hear any sort of copyrighted music, he'll mute your stream and then I'll be talking and you haven't heard a dang thing. Cool. I'm my own ringtone buyer for my business phone, by the way. Yeah. The business phone is like, Joe City, that's me. You know how annoying it is to hear your own voice? Like, you've heard recordings of your voice, and you're just like, it sounds so weird. Yeah, it sounds weird, which makes me freak out, and that's how we are my phone. Life hacks. Make your own voice your own ringtone. That's 4. And that's 2. So I can minus 2 for that. Still some not so complicated math here. So the outer border, the outer lip that's going to hang on to the shape is 2 millimeters thick. So you're getting this measurement from the inside without taking out this piece. What I could do is measure from the edge of the lip to the nearest point, and I'll just subtract 2 millimeters from it, and that'll be the actual point on the insert, and not on the outsert. You know what I mean? You know. So let's see, this initial shape here is 16.7. So if we go back to this sketch here, and we go with this, this corner, 16.7 minus 2 is 14.7. Oops, let me try to 14.7 along the axis is where we want to end, rolling the line there. And then we know that this shape is 5 mil. So we'll do 5. We're just copying this right here. So this was, 1.2 thick. So we'll do 1.2. So we'll do another one. Bottom. See here. I didn't mark up Residium. 1.2. I want it to be. So, the other cool thing, little things to look out for on Fusion 360. See how I'm trying to extrude this for 1.2 millimeters. See how there's a silhouette line here? That silhouette, look, you'll see it here. It's that silhouetted line. See how I have to have a wet line? That'll tell me exactly where it's 90 degrees. The thing is, this shape is an angle. So, if we continue to move it up, you'll see on the right over here, there's a little blue box that tells you that it's a 90-degree angle from the side. And that's what we want. Because this piece, this little clippy, is 90 degrees. But it needs to be relevant to the shape that we're doing right now. So the shape that we're doing has that angle. So now we're going to do the 2 millimeter round sphere, and it's smack dab in the middle. There's actually another cool thing in Fusion 360, that's length of sphere. I highlight that line when we move down. It'll actually, boop, have a little triangle X. That tells me that's the middle point of the line here. You can use that to help you determine where to place chicks. So now we're sending the mirror the other side. So it's 14.7 down. The 14.7. Make sure it lines up. And then we're going to do 5 this way. And then 1.2. Okay. That doesn't look like it lines up to what I want globally. So I'll do it from here. I'll now do that there. And then we'll add that sphere at the middle key point. Done. So now we have our key points for the top 3. We have another 1, 2, 4 more to go. There is not a one at the bottom in the middle point. So that means when we do go to apply this and insert a new one, we're probably going to hug that top one in first and then clip the rest of them down. Don't mind that band of painting. It is not the murder. The unaliving. So now, I have our key shapes here, right? So when it comes to measuring these shapes until you add more and more, we're gonna go, like, since we already measured this area here, we know this is accurate based on this. I can actually go ahead and measure the next piece from the edge of this to where the next one starts. So from here to here. $61.3. Just same thing on this one. I think I actually pinned that corner. Want to make sure that it's spot on where it starts. Quick. Not bad. 61.3. That is also, again, Windows shape is 5 mil. $1.2M. Same thing down here. Connect. Smack in the middle. I think that was middle. Didn't have a triangle area. And 2. Other side. So how is everybody surviving with this heat wave that's going on now? Pretty warm, pretty hot. AC's been running full blast past couple of days. Time sucks to the Edison's that come on down and be like, I know you're suffering, but we gotta get paid. No, I just yeah. For the second one. So now we go down to the bottom, the bottom, as some would say. When I was in school, we had this science class, and the science teacher, he would have little projects here and there, but like for the most part, he like took the easy road. It was just like, all right, buddy, here's a giant packet. He would tell us at the first week of school, and he's like, I want you guys to complete this packet by the end of the school year. And that's it. And that's off. Nobody did the packet until like the very end. And I remember we all turned it in because we all copy off each other. Like everybody copied off each other. And he just like walked up to the class and he was like, I'm disappointed in every one of you. Because you guys copied the packet from each other so much that anybody that like did a misspell, I can see the misspell carry on from one person to the next. So at one point, there was one paper was referencing the bottom of a structure, and somebody wrote it as the Bowden or Bowden, So he kept saying, like, oh, you guys are the boat end of the barrel because, you guys wrote bottom as boat end. Because we all copy, like, literally, like, not just our class, everybody who had his class, like, the whole school. It was funny. I know I copied. Good jobs in middle school. The boat dam. So right now we're gonna be working on the boat dam here. And see, and we'll go do we can't do. It looks like it is 16.2 from the edge here. Now, being that I'm down here at the bottom, I can't really measure the inside with the calipers. I'm actually going to measure from the shape to whereabouts I see the top of the insert hook. So, like I said, it is 16.30. Well, do 16.2. So make sure that we have enough flavors. Because depending on what material we pen this in, some material expands more than others. So we'll see which one looks the best when we do finally print it. I'll show that to the client and let them decide which ones to do. But when we do finish the shape, I will do a couple iterations of it. Because, for example, like this material here, see how it's like, it's white, but it's like sort of transparent, translucent. But it's like a gloss white, like or not gloss, like a what do you call this? Like a matte, like a foggy, glow in the dark filament looks like this. If you get plain like green glow in the dark filament, and you pan it out, it's gonna have this hue, and for it being, like, lights for nighttime. So the sun goes down, the glow in the dark filament will be glowing. The little RGB light will be going on in the middle, and then hopefully the rest of the glow will be supplied by the RGB. So that would be definitely cool to see. Looks like she needs to clean the top part. Well, the foggy. It'll be absorb more and more light. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get that last piece. We'll start executing everything and get it all situated here. Hey, you to the stream, welcome Lava. Chunks 3D, we're modeling some stuff for a client. So as I mentioned earlier, my own voice is my ringtone from my phone because when you hear your voice, very annoying. And of course, that makes me go like, somebody messaged me, right? But the other funny thing is my ringtone for like a phone call on my business phone is the song from Sweeney Todd. When they're singing about the worst pies in London, because it starts off and she's like, a customer. I know, I'm silly. But that's Chunk Street. I do what I want. Alright, the chicks though. So when I had edited the sketch, right? I went back and fixed it. Sketch has been edited, but it reverted to the fine time while we already finished all of the extrusions to make the shapes. Now, if I go back and find the extrusion here, or I lifted that up, and I right click and hit edit feature, it's going to bring me back to the initial point where I selected those initial features to make that extrusion. And I could say, you know what? Add these to the mix. Just throw those in, and it's going to go ahead and extrude all of them at the same knife. They're all going to be treated the exact same way. Now we're going to do that 2 times. Right now for the initial base, I'm going to make the sketch. Now it's the same dimensions as that second part. And then I'm going to go back, revert to the, edit the extrusion from when we first made that top part, and add the rest of the sketches that we're about to do. So let's work on that now. Just throw me off. 2x4. Not 24, 2x4. There you go. There we go. Down here, 2x4. Click. Match those. Connect them. Here, 2.4. Click. Match that. Connect it. Finish. So again, we just edited that sketch willy-nilly. Now let's leave at the bottom of here. 2.4. Match that. Bottom, close it off. Again. 2.4. Match that. Line it up. Close it off. Finish. So now let's get to the. So again, I want to match that extrusion. Edit feature. And now it reverts back to the point where we first extruded that top one. And we could say, you know what? Throw these in the mix. And now what? I want the delicious. Give me 40 of them right now. You know, like you say it, just do it. And that's how you do it. So now they're all extruded. Lastly, do that fillet. Again, click on our fillet in the timeline there at the bottom. Give a right click and select edit feature. And now on the edges that we're going to be adding the fillet to, we can just click on the little lines of everything that we're going to be doing on every single one of these shapes. And again, we want to be flat-ish towards the little arrows here. And I want that to go there. And boom. So now we have all our little tabs. We have our base feature. Lastly, what I want to do, all of the edges here are not sharp edges, they're rounded. We're going to use that same fillet to go ahead and curve all these edges. Usually, from what I've seen, a lot of industrial pieces keep this roughly the same dimensions through and through. They don't like to change up sizes. So if they're going with a pattern of, 1 millimeter, 1.5, we'll go ahead and do the same. So the up here to have to be like a 1.5 sort of fillet. That gives us a nice rounded edge. And boom, we're done with the difficult part is done. This is the difficult part right here. So the next step is to go ahead and have the spheres. So I'll do that like I said by adding that image. Can I take a photo of this bad boy? Then we'll add that as our canvas. We'll go ahead and draw all the shapes, extrude them through, and we'll be done. The last thing that you need to take into account when doing something like this was that kind of stuff. Granted, this is a flat surface. Perspective. Depending on the angle that you're holding this, depending on the angle of the camera, depending on if it's using some sort of fisheye filler or whatever, if it gets edited, the dimensions might be a little off. So take that with a grain of salt, because as you go ahead and use that image as reference, it may or may not be 100% accurate, but it does get you relatively close to where you need to be to defend the print, whichever we're tasting, finished. So let me go ahead and get it off the printer here. Give me just 1 sec. And so now we have our finished part. You can go ahead and peel it off the bill plate. Hear the crunch. Hear the crisp. It's like fresh bread. So now let's pull it off here. I can go and start removing support structure, support material. Some of you all should know what support material is, but for the sake of educating those who don't, 3D printing builds things layer by layer from the bottom up. Now, sounds pretty straightforward, but if you have an object, let's say this handle here, it is thin and then it begins going wide here, the 3D printer is going to want to start printing the outer walls that don't have anything underneath. Now, I don't know about you, gravity's real. So what will end up happening is, if it's printing with nothing underneath it, it's just going to fall like spaghetti. So what it does is it prints the support material underneath with a slight gap, just a teeny tiny bit of clearance from the actual product that you want to the support material. And that makes it so the little sag gets caught just a hair, just big enough so you can go ahead and insert a tool of sorts, whether they be pliers, this metal spatula, what I'm using now, or whatever you prefer, to go ahead and pull this apart. And that's what I'm doing now. It does scare me a little bit because I did sharpen the spatula ever so. I sharpened it on purpose. The edge was getting a little dull, and sometimes you do have to scrape the product off of the bill plate, and they get stuck. And with a dull blade, it just kind of pushes it. I need something to separate it. So I sharpened it. And now it scares the bejesus out of me because it's sharp. It's like using a big flat, sharp knife. The bottom, see, like support material, all that. So you can see a little what grills textured mesh that was holding all of this up. So stop printing in the middle of the air. So 3D prints, take that note, will always have an underside, and if that underside has to be printed with supports, the inner side is not going to be perfect. There are some people that are like, how come we don't look good all the way through? And it's like, well, that is the way of 3D printing. If you want to print with something that uses different types of supports, you would print something out of resin. SLA resin supports are a little different because it's printed the opposite way. 3D prints print from the bottom up. SLA printers print upside down. It dips into liquid and it cures a microscopic layer of filament. It lifts it up, detaches it from the build plate, presses it back down ever so gently. It cures another layer, lifts it back up, goes back down, cures it ever so gently. And as it continues doing that process, and now the part itself it's not going to fall over on itself because of gravity, but because of gravity, it'll hold top. You know, the issue with that sometimes is if you don't have enough supports and you have a heavy object, it'll detach from the supports and stay in the dock and never fully print. But that had to be there before. It's still disappointing because, like, at least with this type of 3D printer, especially like you can see, like I could put the camera on and we can monitor it as it goes. Those types of printers, you can't really monitor them too well, and that's because the fact that they're being the resin liquid. Even if you were to put a camera on it, you can't see what's going on in the liquid. Most of the time, the liquid is like black or a lot of mine are gray. You can't see through it. It's very opaque. Right? Is that the word? Or it's like solid. So yeah, that is the thing that kind of sucks. It's like, it's not until it's like more than halfway to printing and you see that it's just holding support and there's nothing underneath you. Go, oh, the model fell in the dust. Yes, I gotta pause it and clean out the valve and start all over to adjust. And that's when you have to go and adjust the parts. You don't just print. So usually with FDM printing, if something fails, let's say it doesn't stick to the build plate or whatever, you can always like a reprint. And then if it starts printing, you can say, you know what, I'm going to adjust the bed temperature or something so I can go ahead and adhere. Or I'm going to slow down the printer so it doesn't move so fast and knock things over, which it does fix it some of the times. With SLA printing, if you have an error like that, you don't just say restart. You have to go back to the slicer. You have to update your supports. You have to adjust thicknesses and do all sorts of stuff. Try to start test print. So I put it together. It's a little tight. Come on now. Yeah. It connects. How does it move? It's a lot easier than the last one. That's for sure. Almost where we need it. And wait. So there's support material here in the middle. So that means it might actually be where we need it. If not, it might be looser than what we need it. So we go and chase that. If it's a little wonky, we go and fix that. Go ahead and pull off this material here. This is just a tiny bit of support material. But that's because, again, this middle part here has a lip. And for it to print that lip's will be floating in the air. You can't have it. That needs to be printed with support. So now, snaps together all the way down. And it's got that movement. It's got that loose goose, which is what we need for our final print. This is ready for our ABS. This is, yeah, look at it. See it? You see how it just moves? This is what we need. Because as shown with the original, that's what it do. And this one don't do that. It's letting you have to kind of muscle it. Yeah, this is way better. Way better. Like even with go here, or we'll see how it go to its part. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Very cool, very nice. Very cool, very nice. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's pull up the slicer. Let you all see the slicing software. Render capture. We are now doing bamboo. Alright, so I got the slicer up. As you can see, I was actually printing some, what are these? Candy? Brave candy? Actually, they're done too. I'm going to the printer. 550s. So I printed these in a black and gold with a white. Again, the underside was have supports. I didn't print these supports. I should have just made them completely flat. They'll have to completely flat. I'll have to have the instead. But you can see that's what it looks like. The backside little ugly. So go ahead and make it completely flat. Get rid of the code. The gap, that air gap. Because the air gap makes it nasty. Because you can see that looks good. The backside is not. This is I love bean dip. I heart bean dip. I don't know what that is. I'll be printing these in multiple colors for the particular client. In the meantime, we'll just in the same scenario. Because I don't want to like wasn't a profit here. My colors, right? My all this stuff is going on. I don't want to lose all this. But what we'll go ahead and do is well, Sean's changed the bill plate to what it currently is, which is the smooth PIE temp and bill plate. So I thought I'd go for harsh change it for the whole scene, but I'm really worried about the one piece. As is Luffy. We'll throw in our updated model, and now we'll change the material to generic ABS. I call it hybrid bed because the default ABS print bed temperature is 90 degrees Celsius. The issue with that is 90 degrees Celsius for my printing stuff is not hot enough. And what that does is it prints onto the bill plate. The bill plate is somewhat cool. And then as the hot material pulls down further, it detaches, it shrinks, and just pops off. So as it's printing, it just starts curling up and becoming like a big old nasty thing. And I want to make sure that on this product, on this thing, everything comes out good. I'm going to change all the parameters here. This was 100%. Yes. Actually, this standard. This card for use support to Stug. Set the strength again to 100% infill. Yes, we don't want grid, we want rectilinear. slice. And there is our final piece. I'm going to do 100 of these. Shall we try to print more than one on the build plate? It can. It can, but here's the problem. If one mess up, they all mess up. Then I'll have 3 times the material wastage. I'll print 1, see how that goes. If it goes good, I'll print 2, see how that goes. That goes good, maybe 3. And then we'll go from there. If not, I mean, how am I doing it? This is what I do. This is my job. I 3D print. I can monitor printing each individual piece one at a time. Granted, if printing off of them, it takes a little, saves a little bit of time. But I'm all right. At this. We got this. We're on this together. Some of you learning Sims out. I'm gonna go change the build plate real quick to the tab of smooth PIE, and I'll be right back. It appears I changed the build plate preemptively, so it's actually already done. So, yay. What was it working on? Just kidding. Alright, so let me go ahead and pull up the phone there. Devices. Everybody's got devices. Alright. I didn't even finish eating my monster. How am I supposed to be ready to work, ready to game? I haven't even drank any monster. So you can see here, that's what it looked like. Once this is set, and once I finish printing all the candy charms, then I'll start utilizing both printers to knock out all of these pieces. I'll do 100. 100. That's what they can aside. I need a bigger desk area in which I can throw trash, because I do not really have a very big desk area. But I make do. I use the back of the printers have this little area. It's called the parachute chute, and that's because these fancier printers, especially the bamboo with AMS unit, every time it changes filament, it extrudes the filament, and if there's a filament purge, and that purge, people have to because it just squirts out a little, just a little half the plastic, and then it dicks it out the back. It's like just coop everywhere. Going to get this image here. And once I have the image set up, we'll go ahead and switch back to Fusion Face 60. Whoa. Anyways, if you guys like what you see so far, make sure you like the stream. Get a tap over on TikTok land. Whatever streaming service you're watching this from. So we can go ahead. Indeed. And back to this. Insert canvas. Insert from my computer. I do this and then. Alright, so now with that set, I'm switch the camera back over to such as Echo or Fusion 360 here. So now we have the canvas selected. So now ask us where we want to put it. We want to put it on the same plane as the object, which is this flat part here. And now we can scale it to try to match what we got going on. Please want to make sure we're looking straight top down. Looks like it's rotated 90, or 90 degrees. So we'll set it to 90 and start scaling it up. Scale it up, scale it up. Now it's almost about right. To up there. And then we'll move it down. Straight down. Looks too much. I'll do 1 millimeter. 2, 3, buffery. No. Yeah, and then we'll change the scaling back down just a little bit. Like 90. Yeah, that's about right. So as you can see, we can now use that to silhouette a sketch. So we are this close to already being ready to test print this. Isn't that exciting? It's like, well, I didn't just make this. We made this. So what I can do is I can go ahead and hide the body, that's what that's called. I can hide this. And now we're just looking at the straight canvas. I'm looking at my hand with paint on it, we're looking at my desk area, or looking at my gargoyle ears. We look at just every ear over in front of me. And we go create sketch. We'll do it on that same plane. Okay, now we just start tracing. Boom, boom, yes, boom, 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 boom. Hey, yep. And then straight down, boom, yes. Next one, long, boom, yep, boom, boom, boom. Then the booms, then we need more booms. Boom, 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 yes, boom, 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 yes. Always gotta keep going. So each one of these shapes is a little doodad, right? They're all enclosed. And as you can see, they're kind of like blinking blue. If I hit escape, so I can deselect the tool and I hover over this, you can see that that individual shape gets highlighted. You know, whenever it comes to a shape of anything that you're making in a sketch, anything that highlights like that, you can extrude. So what we're going to do is, once we get all the shapes sketched out, we're going to select the extrusion tool, select each one of those spheres. We will unhide the body that we want, and we will extrude those pieces through. Now, Fusion 360 is automatically going to go, okay, you're creating a shape through another shape. You want to hollow it out. You're going to cook that, right? Yes. For this example, yes, we're going to go ahead and make these holes through our original model. Now, in other scenarios, such as this, when I sketched that shape and I extruded it amongst another shape, I told it, no, I don't want you to cut. I want you to join or fuse those two shapes together to make it one piece. So that's the difference of these, the little nuances, little things that you can be doing here. Fusion 360 is a great tool for 3D modeling. The best part about it, it's free. With the free version, you are limited to having about 10 files that you can be working on at one given time. But 10 is plenty for you to do whatever project you need to do. I mean, yeah, when it comes to learning and getting stuff from myself, or even with clients, once I'm done making the model and we decide on what we want, I don't need that file anymore. Save it. Export the FTO, export the step file or whatever you want to do, and then delete it from Fusion 360. And then you have another thing. Right now, I do have all 10 slots filled because I do have 10 projects that I'm working on. But again, after the 3D frame mod, you do whatever you want. go and keep the flow. All these some flat side, go and copy that flat side. Add the curve, boom, next. Flat side, yes. And then add the curve. Oh, next. This was more of a round. I'll make sure we leave that flat side first, yes. Then we'll do the rear edge. Fun. Ah. Oh. Fun. Cool thing about do your sketches. Let's say you don't like that shape. Let's say it's not round enough on this edge. You can click and drag these points out to adjust the shape. You can even adjust the curve. You can say, you know what? Make it, alright. Give it a little bit of oomph. Make it thick. You can make it thick. I don't want to make that thick. No, just leave it as it is. We can get the picture. Yeah. I'm fine. It's almost a little close. But I want to match the original as much as possible. Because I want it to be almost like as if I didn't have to replace these. You know what I'm saying? Like, as the client coming to me saying, hey, I have this project for you or whatever, like, can you go ahead and fix this? If it's a part that's fixed, I want it to look fixed. I don't want it to look like, oh, well, you know, with 3D printing, you can only do so much. I want to do the best of my ability to make them not even know those 3D print. So then the client can go ahead and tell their friends, if that was 3D printed, can you believe it? Because to me, that is the best compliment. When somebody says, that was 3D printed. This replacement piece, that was 3D printed. To me, that is the best compliment. Because if somebody can't tell, like, can't differentiate the original from the replacement piece, this, I did have a client come to me already this week with another part that they want to replace, fixed, and whatnot. But unfortunately, they both think 3D printing is free or something. And I don't like to say that my prices are expensive because I do try to keep everything relatively low for the clients. But for the given scenario that he came to me, the part itself can be bought new as a whole for like almost the same cost as the rope I do for the replacement piece of the original part. And they were like, oh no, just get another one. I'm like, all right. To each his own. So to some people, it's not about the price of the replacement piece or the part itself. It's the sentimental value of the part. One of the first clients that I had, I fixed a Christmas decoration that used to belong to his grandma. His grandma passed away. And it was a little carousel we're rotating through wood. And the internal part of the carousel that allowed it to rotate and over the horses that bounced up and down, it was broken. And the guy didn't want to throw it away because it belonged to his grandma, and his grandma was no longer with us. So, of course, there would be something that would fall into the category of, let's go ahead and fix it, as opposed to just replacing it with something else. Because of that sentimental value. But yeah, my prices are not expensive. The only thing that comes out that increases the cost of things is if I have a 3D model. I do charge for 3D modeling because it is time consuming. If you come to me with a model already made, You say, hey, can you print this? Yeah, that'll go out way cheaper for you. If you don't have said model and you need me to make you something, not only is it going to be in there, but yeah, that time gets allocated to the final bill. Anyways, all y'all stopping my stream, welcome. This is Chuck 3D. I'm modeling some stuff with using 360 negatives and stuff for a client. Fixing the lights, fixing their long decor here. Never when I first got into 3D printing, I'd be excited about the things that I would print. I mean, I still am excited. Like, it still brings me joy. But I remember posting, like, oh, yeah, I just 3D printed this, and I made this. And somebody, like, softened the comments, and it was like, trying to be all lightheaded. They were like, you didn't make it, you just told the machine to do it. I could tell the machine to do it. Super easy. And I'm like, well, did you model with software? Did you calibrate the machine to have all the right settings for the material that you're using? He's waiting for the account that, depending on what your user's case of the object is, you can determine whether or not the materials are a material to use. Or do you just think, it's just like a regular paper print, I just throw paper in it. Oh, to stop. How you guys liking this heat wave that we're going through? And we're outside to go get a monster. There's a little convenience store not too far from here. Literally like maybe 2 hours ago. I walked outside and I was the air feels thick. And you know what it works when it's hot and the air that's hitting you doesn't make you feel good. It's just hot air. That's why I walked outside. I walked outside and I was like, ooh, that's not good. I came back in, my back was a little sweaty. And then I asked my Google Home, I was like, hey, what's the weather? And so like, it's 113. I was like, good Lord. Good God. Definitely makes me want to go to the beach. I went to the beach on my birthday. And we went buggy boarding. I haven't done that since I was a kid. That was cool. Safe to say, working from home has been making me lazy. So buggy boarding made me incredibly sore all over. And it made me realize I need to get more active. I need to start walking. And my wife said, yes, you need to do those old man morning walks. And you know what I'm talking about. That's when you see the old man walk down the street with a stick. He's got a little dog with him. So it'll be me. You see, if you see a guy walking down the street with a Chuck 3D shirt, that's me. So walking my dog with a stick. But you never know. You never know what hot crates are going to be up there. Now, if only I could wake up early enough to do that before you talk. If just jumping up, I am modeling the inserts for a patio, not patio, like a front walkway house thing with lights. So you can see this here. It is a solar lights that go on in somebody's lawn. And the client is very fond of them, but with sun damage on the panel themselves, they're becoming very frail, very weak, and they break. So I am printing replacement parts because they don't want to see them go. They said they need enough sets for 5 of these bad boys. And being that these parts are relatively small, once I get them molded up and then go to print, you're looking at about $2-3 each for each piece, plus the initial molding fee. So I mean, how many are on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they be like, I'll probably charge you like $9 for a full set per. So 9 times 5, $45 plus the modeling fee. And then I have the replacement file for future uses. Try to ignore that break. They know. Reason he came to me with this project is she actually hit me up a couple of weeks ago with a handheld vacuum cleaner, which I've never seen that before. I didn't know that was a thing. But the handheld pool cleaner, the front end of it, where they have like attachments, just like regular vacuum, they broke and it wouldn't screw on anymore. And she's like, yeah, we've been hacking it together with duct tape for like the past year. And then I realized I got a 3D prints. Well, we just have you fix it. So I went ahead and tried to renew it. And then she also mentioned that he used like a little mesh bed on the inside to catch debris. Now with a new lid, I was able to get a new model, an internal ring to hold a new mesh bag for the vacuum. So I unloaded the ring and I bought some mesh bags for it, and I fused the ring to the bags whilst painting. And now she's have her own custom replacement bags for that vacuum that she can go and just rinse it out, because they're like a hard plastic and they're not like regular vacuum bags. It's like paper that just disintegrate and always do like made it full. Yeah, Jump 3D fixing stuff and things. I like the shape of this one, so let's stretch it out. These are more like curve, you know what I'm saying? More that both. That'll be fit. I might need to add a split loose. There's a break tag here. No? Well, I wish that fixes that. Almost done. All I need is the middle part here. It's not too much. So unless you have like a good PC, drawing shapes out like this and drawing like structures and we're all Vision 360, it is a little bogging down on the PC. It does weigh it down a bit. So the more features that you draw, the more little dots, the more little this and that, slower your piece is gonna go. I found that out firsthand, not from a model that I did, but one that a client came up to me. I don't know if you guys remember me posting a video or images of like a giant seahorse looking dude that I printed for somebody's boat. But that client, they went out to Fiverr. Yeah, on Fiverr, they asked somebody to model that design. And that person did. Only they didn't. What they did is on their CAD software, such as Fusion 360 or whatever, they did what I'm doing. They traced the image that the guy supplied them. And they never generated a 3D model. They didn't worry about extrusions. They didn't worry about rounding anything down. They didn't do nothing. They literally just traced like a black and white image of what that guy wanted. And the thing with that is, it's not going to do anything special. Like, it'll do something like this, like the nocturnal Wonderland trinkets. Yeah, they can raise some and offset the others, but what that guy wanted for his product was to have these rounded features. He wanted the horse to be, shape of a horse, not just a square pull-out silhouette. So he paid for this file with somebody that just drew this. It was just the drawing. Like, when I exported it to my PC, I was like, hey man, there's nothing here but a drawing. So I still have to do all the extrusions, fix everything, and make everything right. And he said, okay, go ahead and do it. And I tried doing it, and it had so many points of circles and lines and stuff, that my PC was freezing and dying. And when it got to the point where I was actually got it to do what I wanted it to do, it was nowhere close to what the client actually wanted. So then I used the client's image to draw the actual finished product in ZBrush. And then I used Fusion 360 to make the general like base of the object was the giant like coin, almost right. But the giant coin had to be a certain size. So I used Fusion 360 to make the overall shape of that coin, and then I used ZBrush to load onto that coin and draw out the features that I needed. So yeah. I just realized something. Gotta know how to fix it. So this is the outside view of what we're trying to do. This is the inside view. So that means this needs to be mirrored. So go ahead and rotate that 90 degrees before doing the extrusions. But right now I'm going to take a little break. I will be right back. I'm about re-asking him overly, huh? Pretty neat. Very neat. Pretty cool, pretty professional. Huh? There it's in your right? Sort of thing. Is that how you use that word? Very demure, very mindful. Anyways, so now I'm going to go ahead and continue drawing these things out here. Got some Arizona orangeade. Sugar. Sugar to my system. So I'll show you right now, like, once we're done drawing this, as I mentioned, this object, while looking at the underside, it is outward is facing down here. But the image that we're drawing, the out is facing us. So I can actually rotate his body one on like 90 degrees, 180 degrees, whatever, to make it facing us the correct way. I can then extrude all those pieces and it'll be right as ring. So right now I'm not too worried about the positioning of these objects, of these sketches, because right now we will go ahead and fix them. But all things to be wary of and take into account when 3D modeling and creating things is orientation, the space in like the objects, space in its relative location, and even if you were to do like video game stuff like lighting, it's how big it is compared to something else, all that it's taken into account. But here is hopping in. Welcome, Trump's 3D does some 3D modeling, fixing the clients' solar light, making some new panels for it. Almost done with this. How is everybody doing? How goes it? It's my first time doing multi streaming and including Instagram. I don't know if he has a chatting. I can see it has joined, but I can't see can't see comments. I just don't think I could see comments. Hello world. Okay, so I can see that. But anyway, the VR makes you say hi. Hello. There. Well, welcome to the stream, girls. Welcome again. With personnel now main waffles with this. We are working on some Just 3 projects. Everybody still did Duolingo. I have the app still installed, and the bird is dying for me to return. The Duolingo app. That Duolingo bird is gonna get you. That's what I should be for Halloween, the Duolingo bird. Just pop out of nowhere, just like pop out of like bushes and stuff, and be like, did you practice today? Yeah, that'd be a funny costume. I know the mouse got you like, you let it foam himself out. I'm pretty sure you're probably more over the head, just like more the head of the Duolingo head. Wow. I had a bug zapper up to try to kill us in the house, and did not get it. Then again, it isn't old. I've had that bug zapper for a few years. Take cafe a couple of times, a couple of years ago. I don't even know if it still works. I don't know if it's up. I don't know if it's up. I'm afraid to figure out the old-fashioned way by sticking my finger in it, so... How to know if your bugs ever works? I Google that. Cool, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. And then we did that extrusion. Two. I don't want that circle on this. On this. Almost done. Almost got it. Mike Wazowski for that your paperwork. As I mentioned, if you're just on my stream, whether you're on TikTok, Insta, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever, say hi, hello. I don't know if chat's popping up on my monitors here. Two more to go. Nice, nice, nice. Bomb, bomb, bomb. A bomb, 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 the two, down, two, two, bang, 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 bang. But fix access point. Well, and I want that one. Yeah. There you go. A little more organic. It's organic, man. Alright. Our shapes are done. We'll go ahead and finish that sketch. And now, all of our faces that we want to extrude to there. Skip that body. Quick shortcut M for move. And we'll select the body. We'll set the pivot point to be the center of our little world here. This is the right. Alright. I just lighted up the eye. Alright. Here. That's not the right orientation that I want. To give. There we go. That's what we want. Yes. So now that it's set to what we want, reshow the body, and we'll go ahead and move that 180 degrees. With daggers. I'll hide it real quick. Extrusion tool. And I'll start selecting all these. Boom. All our faces are selected. If I reshow the body again, select the arrow, drag it up, put the two sides to make sure we're getting both sides. Drag through. See how it turns red? It's now saying we're cutting through the object. Yes. Cut. And there is our shape. I can hide the canvas. Do you see? Do you see? We have just replicated this piece here. You can throw this mouse on printer. See how it looks. Let's save that. Not undo. Redo. Save. User save, yes. Export. We'll export as an STL. I'll rename this light thingy. Export complete. We'll go to the 3D printer. Let's see what's going on with the 3D printer would. Go ahead and move it over on Stick House. My web overlay here. That's my desktop. We need Bamboo Studio. That's what we did. So now we're back here. Prepare. This is our current project that's running down below or off this side. These are for a ray that's coming up, which I already started printing, but now it's taking a wee bit of a what's it called, a wee bit of a break. And we're throwing the light thingy on here. There it is. So now, again, the 3D printing, right? As it's printing objects and coming through, if there's an object that's hovering over like this, and it's been printing this area here, where it gets from this point to extrude material here, and there's nothing underneath it, you go need support material. A lot of 3D print software can already calculate the support material to output. The thing is, this, we don't want the support material to go throughout the whole thing. We really only need the little nibs supported. So what we can do is we can tell it, well, lay on the face. Are you done? And then we'll go ahead and change the material to white. And now the only thing that needs to be supported are these little nibs. So if I do supports and slice, you can see they end up getting these little itty bitty structures with a little itty bitty gap in between, just enough to catch it. So that overhang kind of sits on something. Now, does that even have white peel in it? Let me see. Yes. It do. But being that this can be printed at a POA, and POA is just whatever, I don't need a high temp build plate. I do on the cold build plate. What's in there? So go and print that. Yeah. I was looking at the build plate that I have in front of me. I could have two of every build plate because of all the fenders that I have. I just looked down on my desk and I was like, they have a cool build plate here. So what's in the printer? Yeah. All right, let me go make sure that I have a cool build plate there. I do. So now this project is potentially done. We'll see what it looks like after it's done printing. In the meantime, this goes in the bag. This goes in the bag. We set this aside for the other day. Now I get a message to the guy who wants the candy charms for his bracelets and whatnot for the raves, and see if he likes the design. So then I can go ahead and start printing more and different colors. And then, of course, as I mentioned too, as you can see from the printer going down below, I need to check the one printed in ABS, see how it goes, make sure it doesn't warp from the build plate, print another one, back to the other two step aside, see how it goes, print, make sure those don't attach from the build plate, and then we'll do a 3 on the build plate, and if those don't attach, we'll keep doing them in bulks of 3. If not, I will continue doing in onesies and twosies until the project is done, and I'll be on both printers. Fascinating. This is Chunk 3D. This is the world of 3D printing. This is what I do. There's a voice filter on. I didn't even know the voice filter was on. The narrator is on. I was kind of wondering why there was that. I noticed the mic was moving somewhat when I was trying to do anything.
So yeah, I guess it made my voice a little bit more interesting. People were like hearing me speak. It sounds soothing. So then, should I?
Should have returned to the narrator and continue like reading story time.
The new voice modification thing has a lot of really neat voices too. So like, of course, it's got the classic.
The classic. So classic. But then, but then, but then there's like weird ones. Like, I don't know about this. Like, so you know how there's like, what do they call them? VTubers? Where they're like anime people and you don't know if they're male or female? Like, they have AI that turns your voice female now. Before it was kind of like, oh, it's sort of. Now it's like,
Hey, welcome. How's it going? It's Chunk. This is creepy.
or even this one? Like, what the heck? Come on.
So yeah, they have other ones like Trump and whatnot, so you can sound like them. They even have villagers from what is it, Animal Crossing? So that when I talk, you don't hear me talk. You just hear like the watch. Yeah. So, anyways, yep. Little animals from Animal Crossing. Hang on, wait a second. So if I go back, I could set the.
Yep. Here we go. Oh no. Wait. Wait. A little bit. No. But it's not going to be like the actual.
Yeah, I had to like hear it, so I don't know if you got double audio because I had to like see what it sounded like. Yeah, let me message that guy about the charms. See what he thinks. Let's see. Looking at projects. Doing this. Do I want to save? Yeah, we'll save that project. Okay. And we'll save that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. I need to fix that sort of. Cut to parts. Form cut. Objects. Split. I need to like. I need to get that arm off of this. It's literally on by just mesh mixer. That's right. Duh. So we'll go ahead and export this as one STL. Put it on my desktop. And then there's another project. There's another software that I use called Mesh Mixer. Mesh Mixer I can actually cut more precise. I'll pull up Mesh Mixer right now as soon as I load it up. This is called Human Skeleton. So we'll go ahead and pull that up on stream. So this is Mesh Mixer. Mesh Mixer, you can go ahead and edit a lot of your 3D objects, especially if you're going to be doing like resin prints. But in this scenario, this is a 3D scan of a human skeleton. My sister said she wants the torso, so she's not going to need the arm. And as you can see, it's connected by this itty bitty piece right here. So let's go ahead and select that. And then we're going to go ahead and plane cut. And then we're going to go ahead and drag that here. So it should be cut. So now, that should have been it. How come it didn't do? It didn't do. Let's do it again. So we're going to lasso this area here. Oh, it did. It just did a terrible job. Separate shells. Oh, good lord. That made quite a bit of... Nope. That should have been it. Okay. So we have our object. We've done a plane cut where we want it to be. Why is there so many shells? Edit, separate shells. I guess the only thing we could do is just start like combining the ones that we want. That's literally the one we don't want. Trash. That's it. Easy peasy. I guess I can.
I'm going to mesh Boolean all that together. Yeah, because that plane cut completely sliced through all the ribs, which will make it, to do that. Combine them, and now it's one piece. And now we can go ahead and export. And now it's so that back into Bamboo. Wherever it's I find it right now. Color. Yep, I know it's in here somewhere. It's not. There we go. There it is. Hey. So now that's back up. So 3, baby. Get back to work. Alright. Now we're doing import. Our new export with an arm. And you can actually see the Mesh Mixer did a beautiful job of separating the piece we didn't know what. So now we can whoop. Vamos. Get out of here. Throw that out. Now we'll go ahead and slice all. Got support, it's got strength, it's got the STL Flex standard. The STL Flex standard when it comes to slicing is 3 layer walls and 5% jar-wooded infill. That reduces the infill, that keeps a solid wall structure so that it is somewhat sturdy. And then this will be turned into plastic. I mean, it's not going to be outside, so it's not like you have to worry about it or anything. It's got to go do it. Let's see here. Exactly how I get quotes. My customers' orders. So right now, this will tell me how much time, how much material to use. It gives you like a generic output of like a cost, but that's just cost by like material at a super cheap price point, and not all material is super cheap. And that is what changes a lot of the cost when it comes to building. Anyway, what do you all think? Questions, concerns, comments? This is a little bit more than half a spool plastic and take about a day. There's a noun in here. Alright, cool. So, we've made a dream model. We're test printing the 3D model. Hold it up right now so you can see it. So you can see. This is what we worked on here. So we're just printing the model. We made other models. And we're just finalizing some things. And if you didn't notice the red paint on my hands, it's because these that I've already printed in black ABS need to get primed and painted with a matte black enamel paint because it'll be on people out in the sun. So I'm gonna be working on that, and that'll be done off stream. So until then, I'll catch you guys later. I plan on doing streams on the daily of my 3D print apps, maybe even some games while the 3D printers are going. We'll get ready for Halloween's. I'm even working on finishing up painting and getting these ready. This is the sword, Deadpool's katana. Lots of those. I went ahead and added, what is it called? Graphite powder to the blade, so it has a metallic sheen to it, but it's not going to scuff because it needs to go in its sheath. And when doing that with a painted surface, it's going to scratch. It's going to look all nasty. So now, with the with the metallic, you can go ahead and just kind of do the see, it's all together, it's all assembled. Like there's the paint. But yeah, until then, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later. Oh, yeah, let's check it out.